We're live. It's been a while. For those that watch the recording, I'm just going to be on my phone quickly sharing this on Instagram for people to check it out. Because there's no one here yet in the live stream, but I also know people watch these on Instagram. So feel free to check it out there. Alrighty. Copy link. So yeah, if you hop on, there's one person. Yeah, just say hi. Ask me any questions. I'm just sharing to Instagram in the meantime. Whoops. Let me know where you're from, what brought you here, all those kinds of things. If the sound is working, it's good to know. Yeah, I'm excited. Haven't done one of these in a while. It's usually fun connecting with everyone. If you have any topics you want me to discuss, anything goes. This is an ask me anything as well. What do you want to know? About me, about life, about awakening, about healing, about energy work, about spirituality, about the nervous system, about emotion work. What else do I talk about? Don't know. Or you just want to chat as a fellow human. That's cool too. Who's there? I'll start riffing on a topic soon if no one has any questions. Phil Bennett, hey, you were at the last live stream. I remember. North Carolina. Being a mom of a teen boy, I feel like I keep getting it all wrong. I guess there's no right or wrong. Yeah, I guess we could just explore why do you feel like you're getting it wrong to start. That's where I would start. Let me know what comes up for you. I'm just playing with some settings here in the meantime. He is struggling and doing things that harm him, and it's hard to not feel like I have done something wrong. Yeah. I would say let's just feel that, right? Truly, just feel like you're not good enough. Just see what happens if you just accept that that's what you're feeling, right? We can try our best, but we can't control things. And sometimes life circumstances will ask us to feel things that can be pretty uncomfortable. The reality that we can't control. And not even control, right? Like if you're trying to help him. But, you know, he's his own being as well. And you can do your best for sure, but there's nothing wrong with feeling this like I'm not doing enough. That's okay to feel that. That's often what we're not realizing is that it's okay to feel that full on. Candied Clouds. What's up? What's your name? I recognize the username. Like I've seen you on the live streams before, but what's your human name? If you want to share, you don't have to, obviously. I'm curious. But okay, you took a vacation after multiple years of being bedbound and severely sick. What I teach was the only thing that got me out. Love it. Thanks for sharing that. I love getting feedback like that. I love it. It's really cool to hear people making progress. Really cool. But yeah, keep them coming. The questions. I'm enjoying it. Or the sharings. Just sharing. How's life? Where you at? I'll start sharing more now. I'll share some stuff about myself as well. I'm just seeing if I can edit some stuff still about this. I'm just playing with things. Yeah. I wanted to change the title of this for how it shows up on YouTube, but I don't think. Wait, here's the edit button. Haha. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Hey, there's some people rolling in. We got five friends here. Can I make this like full screen mode? No. All right, let's see what we got. Clara, where you from, Clara? As I said, I've seen you around before. Well, like you've hung around on the channel for a while. It's nice to have you here. What is these? You guys have little crowns. I think it's for when you join in the live stream. I don't know. I don't know what the crowns mean. Okay, where are we now? Val, I'm trying to be here for him. Perhaps I have done too much in some ways and not enough in others. It's affecting my health. I'm in a spiral, stomach issues and vertigo, so I know I'm struggling. Yeah, it's okay. All of that's okay, right? We're not perfect. I would just say don't be too hard on yourself, right? Feel like see the innocence in feeling like you haven't done enough. Just feel it. I feel like I haven't done enough. I feel like I've been doing too much. It's like these things are a problem when we feel like we shouldn't be feeling them. I'm not saying it's easy to feel them, but feel them. It's a part of being human that we're not perfect. So it's fine, right? Don't be too hard on yourself. You can just do what you can do. And sometimes what makes us be hard on ourselves is we don't like our minds don't like feeling like we can't control things. That's the acceptance thing. Like I often talk about acceptance, and acceptance is seeing that I can't change the way that things are. You can do your best, but when we can't do anything, then we just have to be with everything. Say it's okay. I can feel this. Reality can be as it is. You can be as you are. Your son can be as he is, and it's all fine. Truly, it's fine. All of it. It's all okay. But tell me what comes up. What says it's not okay? That's fine too. That's allowed. Come on, there's now six people here. Introduce yourselves, the rest of you. Oh, it's four. It fluctuates so much. But yeah, I'd love to hear from the rest of you that are here. What brings you here? What's your name? Where you from? Oh, there. Clara said she's from California. Nice. Where did you go? Where did you go on vacation? How's California? What do you do? I'm curious. It's cool. Like to get to know people more that are part of the channel. It's nice to connect and relate. Control issues. Yeah, that's what I feel like it's most likely about. What's not okay though? I mean, I get it, right? Like being a parent, feeling a lot about your son. I get it. But there's something that's okay regardless of, being okay with the entirety of our human situation. I will watch out for the I know as well. I know is like it's a belief or an assumption that we hold on to when we truly don't know how things are, if that makes sense. Like, I would just be willing to question that. How do you know you won't be okay if he's not okay? Again, I'm not trying to be insensitive here to, like, if your son's going through stuff, it's gonna obviously affect you. But I would just look whenever the mind is saying, I know if X happens, Y is going to happen. It's like, is that a belief? And that I know that that's not okay. What's not okay about that? So I'm just pushing you a little bit here on what might be causing the struggle. Someone's sending me hearts. Thank you. Who's that? Who's sending the hearts? Yeah, that's cool. I've never been to the States. I have family. I have my dad's sister lives in San Diego, I think. The East Coast. Yeah, I really don't know much about the States, but I'd love to come one day. It's just quite a long flight, and it's pretty expensive. I like to go to places that are cheap. Eat some good Mexican food. Let's see. Well, I get what you're saying about the I know. Yeah, I've been having nightmares about things happening. Yes, my mind's on. Yeah, it's okay to have the nightmares, right? Yeah, but things never normally play out the way the mind is spiraling that it will, you know? Bliss is this. You were sending the hearts. Who are you, by the way? Like, what's your name? Where are you from? What brings you to my channel? Like, I like people's cool YouTube names, but I also like to know who's behind the name. Okay, so let's see what you said. But I do like your name. Bliss is a really cool name. What to do when you fear sensations? What to do? I notice as one thing heals, something else pops up, and I resist the feeling and then resist the fear. That's fine. Let it all happen. Let the fear be there. Let the resistance to the fear be there. Let the sensations be there. Nothing is actually fighting with anything in reality. We just get all muddled up. But the clear seeing is that resistance can be here, fear can be here, and that which we're fearing, excuse my English, can be here. But let me know, what does that bring up? Like, whenever I give someone something back, I'm curious to, it's like a tennis match, right? I hit the ball to you, then hit the ball back to me, and then I'll hit it back. Alrighty. That's cool. East Coast is beautiful. Lots of trees. We like trees. Christine is your name. Cool. Where are you from, Christine? Yeah, feel free to everyone introduce yourselves. Where you from? What's your name? How old are you? It's just like, again, I don't like. It's a funny thing, right? Often when you're from Canada, it's like often when I have a one-on-one with someone, or like someone joins one of my containers, I eventually get to meet people face to face, and like people, it's a funny dynamic because people know me personally. It's like, oh yeah, it's like, but I have a bit of catching up to do. Usually. Hey Eveline, welcome. Nice to see you here. How are things? All right, where we at? So Canada, yeah, I've heard nice things about Canada. I have quite a few friends in Canada now, well, not in Canada, but from Canada. I've made friends with a few Canadians, so it seems like a cool country. Allow. That's it, Christine. That's it. Going back into normal life has been interesting. It's like being aware of my programming and others' programming, and then allowing life rather than pushing like I did in the past. Yeah, that's great. Awareness and allowing, right? Those are two key words there. It's like being aware of, you said it really nicely. I love that. Your programming, others' programming, and just letting it play out, seeing what does this trigger in me, what does this trigger in them, being open. Yeah, it is. It's an interesting process, right? You feel a lot. You feel a lot when you've had to open up. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's interesting to navigate. I don't know what to do next. Yeah, I feel you. That's a common one. But does it really matter what I do? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah. Something will come along. That's usually what I say to people, is be open, right? If you want to yeah, you can have like an intention, right? Are you talking about like work wise, or you know, we could talk about it as well. You could put some ideas here. I could tell you what I feel, or you could just explore it. But yeah, like you don't need to know, but I would also just be open to see what comes your way. And yeah, I think that's all for now. Yeah, and we can sit a bit. Whoever's here, let's just drop in and feel what's in your body. Allow yourself to let go. You can let go of anything you were carrying before you got here. Ooh. Yeah. Work, like it doesn't matter what I really do anymore because it's not who I am. Like my job isn't me, if that makes sense. So who cares what I do, lol? But then again, I'd like something fulfilling. Yeah, that's the thing to navigate. I'm glad you did share a bit more about that, because it's an interesting one to talk about, right? Because these are all aspects of life. That's why I'm like, let's talk about anything. And yeah, there's like the kind of push and pull between like what really lights you up, and then also just like we can also show up in openness to whatever we're doing. So I guess it has to be an intuitive feel. Like there's also nothing that's like we can really make any job aligned if we want to. Like I was considering going back to being, not going back, but doing it alongside everything else I'm doing currently, is doing some work teaching kite surfing. I used to do that a long time, and I went through a phase where I was like, oh, this is not aligned with me. I want to do my own thing. I'm doing that as well now, but I was like, there's pros and cons about everything. Let me put it that way. Like, but again, obviously it's like unique to your situation, but I just wanted to kind of make the point that like any work can be, we can make the most of it, I suppose, but also trust your intuition. If something is like really like, no, this is not for me, then shift out of it. But yeah, I mean, we can make anything work. So like, for example, the kite surfing work, like there was pros in like being outdoors and meeting people and interacting and all that kind of stuff. But a part of me was like, no, I want to be doing my own thing, like the coaching and the groups and the stuff that I'm doing more of now. But then when I'm doing that, I kind of miss like just being at my laptop all day. I miss the being outdoors. So there's always like the mind is always like, I'd rather have that than this. And again, it's okay to explore and whatever. I just thought I'd add that perspective. Yeah. It feels so foreign to allow after feeling like a walking ball of resistance all my life. But when I've experienced that release through your meditations, it feels so incredible. It brings me to tears. Yeah, you almost have to experience it for yourself to realize that it's worth it. Right? Somebody can tell you to allow. It's like, cool, thanks. But until you actually do it and you see like the relief of not having to push things away, to kind of allow it to be there, to surrender into it, then you really see like, it's worth it. So just so you guys know, I'm like, my body processes energy a lot nowadays, like through all the meditation and all the awakening stuff I did. It's part of what I do now. So like through the session, if you see me, like this thing with the breathing and my body twitching and moving, it's like it's energy work from connecting to the energy of everybody who's on the call. So I just thought I would explain that. Yeah, I'm often not sure how to explain it to people, because I know for people that are new to it, it sounds wacky, because it would have to me. Like I used to be pretty closed off to all this kind of stuff, but I can't deny it anymore. Like literally, my body will just start twitching and moving, and it just happens. So I feel best to just explain it and describe it to people. So I mean, I'm like, if you guys have watched my recent podcasts and interviews, you'll have heard me talking about this kind of stuff. But for those that haven't, yeah, it's quite everything's energetic nowadays. Like even if I say like let go of everything you're holding that you don't need anymore, I can feel that shifting the energy of everyone who's here. It might sound weird, but I can. And you can tell me, you can probably feel it as well. Like I can feel that also when someone hops on, I could get like a contraction in my back because I can feel that person's energy in my back. So naturally, I want to help to release things and allow people to let go, because it just feels better overall. So yeah, let's take a few moments to just drop in and let go. So again, don't worry if it sounds weird or you don't really know what I'm doing. It's just healing work. It's energy work. It just happens now through my body, which is kind of what a lot of surrender will do to you. A lot of dropping in. I've spoken about it in some of our videos as well, but the sound expression, some call it light language. I call it like shamanic sound healing. Feel it. It's also kind of energy to help. Again, my body just naturally does it, but it's like to release things from your system. Tell me what you feel. Just like feel into it. Don't worry about understanding it logically. It's not about the logical mind. So just let go. Yeah. Let go of the past. You don't need to hold on. yeah, if there's anybody from my groups or one-on-ones, you might be familiar with this stuff because I do it a lot in our groups. If there is anybody, like I can't see who's here, it just says there's 9 people. If there is anybody here that's in my group, say hi. I'd love to know if there is. Like, who else is here? Come on, there's 9 of you. Show yourselves, please. Do we just have a few of us talking here? 10 now. Don't know where we are. Okay, Christine, this was saying. Yes, saying it and feeling it are very different. I am finally feeling it. Yeah, the allowing. Nice. Do I think light language is like the Christian equivalent of speaking in tongues? I don't know. What are the Christians referencing when they talk about speaking in tongues? I don't know much about. I can't give a clear answer, because to compare, I would need to know what they mean by speaking in tongues. So I can explain a little bit by what I mean by light language, and I people call it light language, but I kind of like intuitive sound healing is basically what I'm doing. So I'm transmitting a frequency or energy or vibration or whatever the fuck we want to call it through the voice, and it's the same as a guided meditation, right? So let's say in a guided meditation, like most of you have probably experienced my guided meditations where I'm saying allow, let go, soften, relax, release. I'm transmitting energy through my voice. That's why you feel it. That's why it kind of meets you where you're at and you soften and release. So now when I'm doing it just through the sounds, I'm not putting it into English, right? That's what I'm doing usually. I'm taking noises. The noises are coming out in English, so your logical mind can understand what I'm saying, and then the body can process it. So it's all energy, even when I'm speaking now in English, right? It's just sounds. So the light language or the sound healing is just now transmitting this kind of healing through sound, through noise, but without having to put it into language, and it can be more direct sometimes. It can also be like when people are unsure about it, it can be like, what's going on? I don't understand. Like the mind can be like, doesn't understand, so it can go into a bit of a spin, or can even resist it. But that's why I encourage people, just feel it. See, what do you feel like when I'm doing this? Most people feel like a softening, a little bit of a lightening, kind of things unclenching a bit, and it's releasing things from your energy field. I recommend if anybody wants to hear more about this, I'll probably make more videos in the future explaining it, but check out my conversation with Peggy. We discussed it a little bit, the kind of unpacking light language a bit, what it means. Again, everyone will talk about it differently. Some people come from more spiritual crowds. I'm trying to bridge, right? I want to make this accessible to people, but also I'm very much open to pretty esoteric stuff myself. So I'm trying to act as a bit of a bridge because I understand, like, having been very closed off myself, not very open-minded. But at some point, you also just have to be real. Like me, I just have to be real to what I'm working with nowadays. I can't really hide shit. Ooh. Like I almost can't stop it, right? I just start feeling the energy of the group. It's just like a natural response almost. It's like, yeah, I mean, why would I want to stop it? Because it's helpful. So like basically by hopping onto this live stream, you're getting some free energy healing. Let me put it that way. Tell me what you can feel. I'm curious. Okay, sorry. Christine asked, do you have any advice on allowing rage? I find the first surge automatically causes a suppression because the urge is to throw something, which I'm not always able to do. Yeah, it can be tricky. Because rage is like quiet, wants to express itself. Yeah, what have I done? Like I've just moved my body aggressively, screaming. Actually, so what I like to do, not everyone can do this, but what I've done is like I'll get in my car and I'll go for a drive, and in my car I can just like really express the energy. Because it's again, like I was saying about expressing energy through your voice. Like if we're feeling something and we just like, well, how does this energy want to come out of through my voice? So like driving my car and shouting has been quite helpful for releasing rage. Dancing aggressively, punching a pillow. Otherwise, just throw something. Yeah, can be good. Yeah, but I know what you mean. Like, yeah, you just find ways. I would say find ways to move with the energy. How does rage want to move? And just even talking out loud, saying like, man, I'm so fucking angry right now. Again, acknowledging what you're feeling, saying it out loud, putting it into words helps to release some of it, to express the energy. Yeah. Yeah, give it a voice, man. Give it a voice. So good. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It's a good call. It's a good starting point, I would say. Engage with your audience. So yeah, also if anybody has any guest recommendations for the podcast, let me know. I want to keep growing the podcast, getting cool guests on, specifically guests that help grow the channel. Like I want to have conversations with more and more interesting people. Like I loved having Angelo DeLillo on. I loved having Sam Miller on. Those were probably two of my favorites recently. Also because they've got quite big channels, so it's nice to connect with new audiences. So yeah, if anybody has any similar recommendations, I'm always interested. What else? Also, I've been playing with this idea of like splitting into two YouTube channels. If I should have the podcast on a separate channel. I've also been thinking of starting some like vlogging. I've already had Sam Miller on. I've asked her to come on again. She's going to. Yeah, we're going to probably. She said like in a month or so. Yeah, that was a cool conversation. Really fun. But what else was I saying? Sorry. Yeah, I want to start vlogging as well. Because if I go traveling again, I'm planning on going traveling. Might go to Thailand, might go to India, might go to South America. I've been thinking of going to South America. I want to go to like Chile or Peru or Guatemala. So if I do, I'll probably do a bit more like vlog style stuff, which is quite fun. I like recording those. It's quite enjoyable. So like I'm deciding if I should do that on this channel or a new channel. I don't know. I'm always curious to hear like what the current audience thinks. Rupert Spira. I mean, that's a good one, but he's a big name. It might be tricky, but I like it. I like that kind of thinking. I'd love to get the channel to that kind of a size where I can invite people like Rupert Spira. Who else? It's like Sam Harris. I'd love to have conversations with anyone that I find interesting. I don't know if you know the podcast Know Thyself. This guy, Andre Ducom is I don't know how to say his name. He's the host, but he sorry, I get distracted by the chat while I'm talking. He's got a massive podcast. He gets everyone on, like, in the space, like Sam Harris, Rupert Spira, all the big spiritual names. I'd love to be able to do that kind of thing, or just have I love having conversations with people in this space. But yeah, it's a good call. Somebody else, a few people recommended to me. I don't know if you guys know him. What's his name? Jeff Foster. He talks about non-duality, and Lisa Cairns is somebody I really want to get onto the channel. I don't know if you guys know her, but I liked her stuff for a long time. When I was following Angelo, I was following Lisa as well, and I reached out to Lisa, and they said she said she was interested, but then we had scheduling issues, and I want to reach out again. But yeah, like, tell me also, like, what kind of guests are you guys interested in? Like, or what kind of conversations you like the most? Also, what kind of content? It's just nice to get feedback. Besides the analytics, like, obviously I see which videos do well and which don't. And it's not good to focus too much on that, because I also just have to, like, go with what feels good in the moment. Otherwise, I wouldn't post anything, to be honest. All right, what has been? Hey, Eva, welcome. How are you doing? Are you still in Portugal? I have a lot of nightmares lately. Do you know what nightmares mean in the context of healing? Yeah, it can mean a lot. I would be aware of, like, the spaces you're in as well, because you're quite open to energy. We've spoken, and yeah, you could be connecting to, like, the energy of the space that you're in, right? Yeah, I'd be aware of that. Let me know if that resonates. Is that what the yes is for, or was it yes for still being in Portugal? But yeah, that feels kind of not what it might be. But let me know. Who is Thomas Campbell? Let me look him up on my phone. Yes, for Portugal, right. Thomas Campbell is a physicist. Oh, I've heard about him, right? Yeah. He did all the stuff about, like, what did he do? I've heard of the book My Big Toe. I had Gareth Dignam on, and Gareth spoke about Thomas Campbell. Doesn't he talk about, like, astral travel, or what does he talk about? I think. I don't know, but I remember Gareth spoke about him. Yeah, that'd be a cool guest to have on. Sorry, I'm just reading on my phone about this guy. Sounds like it'd be a fun conversation. Physics and awakening. It's right up my alley. Alrighty, what else? What else is happening? What's happening in the world, guys? Who else is here that hasn't said hi? Reveal yourselves. There's 10 of you. Who's just hiding? 11. Let's go. Where should I travel to next? Give me places. Alexander van Rent. So how do you say it? Van Rental. Hello. Thanks for saying hi, Alex. Alex? Do you say Alex? Where are you from? Let me guess. Somewhere in Northern Europe, I'm guessing. Germany, Netherlands. Yeah, now everyone's saying hi. Sweden. I said Northern Europe, didn't I? I didn't go north enough with my guesses. It's cool. I see a couple of people know each other here. Colorado, Rocky Mountains. Hello. if Poshon, it's what's your name again? Like I know we've interacted quite a bit, but your username is a bit difficult to read. Fionn, that's what I thought. Yeah, Fionn. We did a one-on-one once, didn't we? A while ago. I think I remember doing that with you. Yeah. That was fun. Nice. Oh, this is what I was gonna ask. Hey, Mads. Yeah, about traveling, right? So I'll say some places I was thinking of. I mean, wanting to go to India, that's like my number one priority. But there's like a problem with the India website to get a visa. I've tried like 8 times, and every time it's crashed. And then I want to go to Thailand. I was in Thailand earlier this year. I loved it. Really cool crowd of people there. Yeah, Thailand. It's cheap as well. It's beautiful energy. Oh my gosh, it's really nice. Thailand. What else? Bali, maybe. Noah Rata is in Bali. I've had him on the channel. We're friends. He's a cool guy. What else? Egypt. I thought of Egypt. Like Middle East region, South America, or Europe. Italy, maybe Italy. We want to build a retreat center in Italy. Me and a friend who would kind of fund the project. And we found a piece of land, but we were just kind of on pause now. Yeah, but if I went to Italy, then I could go and look at the land in person and speak to the people, because we got kind of hit a little bit of a stumbling block with negotiations. But that's like the dream, is to go work on that project. Portugal, Eva's in Portugal. Hey, yeah, Portugal. I've wanted to come to Portugal for a long time, to be honest. It looks stunning. Nice Atlantic Ocean on the coast. I love Atlantic Ocean. Croatia. I've been to Croatia twice. Really nice place. Love it. Yeah, I love Europe in general. I want to go to Greece as well. But I mean, yeah, many options. Many options. Oh, sorry. Who's Alexander said? Oh, can I call you Alex? Yeah, see if it called you Alex. I'm going to call you Alex. Where am I? South Africa. Currently. This is my family home, like where I grew up. This bedroom. I've lived in this bedroom since I was like 4 years old. I mean, besides when I went to study and traveling and all of that. But like when I'm back in South Africa, and I like traveling in South Africa as well, right? So when I'm not traveling in South Africa, then I'll stay with my parents. It's a cool little town if you're into water sports. That's why I do the kite surfing instructing, because like this town, it's not a city, it's like a coastal town, but it's like one of the best kite surfing spots in the world, especially for learning kite surfing, because there's a lagoon here. So you have to be into water sports, otherwise you'll get bored. There's not a lot going on. There's a few restaurants and coffee shops, but yeah, that's why I like traveling. I like meeting people. That's what I miss when I'm here. I don't meet a lot of people in person, which I miss doing. So I was also thinking of going to Dubai, maybe, because I have a few friends in Dubai. Like more as a stopover on the way to somewhere else, right? Mads asked, are you still teaching kite surfing, or do you have work outside of YouTube? Not currently. So what I'm currently, I'm super busy with all the groups I'm running. I'm doing one-on-ones with the people in my groups. I'm doing groups Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and they're pretty intensive. Like I'm doing energy work on the whole group. It's pretty intense. And then I'm running another group with a friend of mine, Peggy. We've been collaborating on some stuff. So that stuff has been keeping me very busy. But I have been considering the idea, because so basically it's going into summer now in this town. And yeah, with it being summer, this is when it's kite surfing season. So I was saying earlier, I don't think you were here on the call, but I was saying we were talking about work and finding jobs that align. And what I was sharing is like even doing all of this work, which is super aligned, like kind of the healing work, the healing and awakening and the energy work is like super aligned. I do miss the in-person stuff, which is what the kite surfing work was like. So basically, long story short, I'm considering it like the idea of, yeah, I spoke to a guy on the beach the other day and he was like, if I want to do some freelancing for him kite surfing work, I can do it with him. So I might do that like on the weekends and then do my YouTube and energy work during the week. But I'm also part of somebody else's group. I don't know if you guys know Frank Yang. Some of you might. They run their own like 3-month, they call it meditation boot camps. It's pretty intensive. And I got invited to take part in that by a friend. So I'm doing that as well. That's pretty intensive, like doing all these containers at the same time. And then just trying to do like normal person shit, like wash my clothes and cook food and walk the dogs. And yeah, Frank's awesome. Yeah, it's interesting being in this container. I get to see like a lot more about Frank, which is quite cool. Okay, let me catch up here. So Mads is from Denmark. Nice. I could come to cold. I'd love to come to Sweden. I'm actually half Finnish. My mother's from Finland, so I'd love to come to Scandinavia. I've never been. The most north I've been is like right north of Netherlands and the north of Germany. I was going to travel to Denmark at some point, but it didn't work out. Stuff. Girl stuff. But yeah, cool. Yeah, I'd love to come to Sweden though. But yeah, it's probably a bit cold now. Don't know about that. Finland. Hey, that's where I'm half from, although I've never been. I have Finnish citizenship. What does a one-on-one with me look like? That's a cool question. It depends what someone's going through, really. Yeah. I can just meet someone where they're at, and then as we're doing it, we can work through what's arising. I incorporate quite a bit of energy work into it now because it's just super effective. Like, it's just like something's coming up and we can work through it energetically. So it's like, why the fuck not? So yeah, that's an important part of it, is that I do that. So it's key that people are open to that, but it works. So I mean, yeah, but yeah, so it's intuitive, right? I work with kind of the energy that's there and take it from there. Yeah, but they're pretty powerful, if I can say so myself. I've worked with a lot of people and they work. We put it that way. Yeah, often there's like a big release, right? Because like we can drop deep into presence, which is what my energy does, and then it can bring stuff up for people quite a bit. Yeah. So yeah. Fionn, I would love to travel. Yeah, I love traveling. I want to do some like crazy adventurous shit at some point and like film it and put it on YouTube. Like I want to go hike across a desert in South America. I don't know why. I just want to, right? It's like YOLO. Well, I don't really believe you only live once. But I still like to live from that space. Yeah, but yeah, I wanted to, like, somebody who I love is, what's his name? Richard Branson. Like, that guy just lived life full tilt, you know, started a massive company and just did shit. I don't know. I just liked it. I want to do an adventure. Like, I want to do like a big adventure at some point in my life. And not for something like at the desert calls. Right? I don't know if you guys know Bentinho Massaro. He's a awakening teacher, you could say. He's currently, well, he's doing a retreat in the desert in Egypt. It looks amazing. I'd love to do that. But yeah, where we are. Frank is pretty amazing. Yeah. Alex said, "What's your take on viruses, Lyme, or do you think everything is more of energy frequency?" That's a good question. What's my take? Well, what's the question about viruses? I would ask, just like a little bit more detailed. Like, what about viruses? I do believe everything stems from an energy frequency point of view because everything is energy, right? If we look at things from a physics perspective, even you go down to the quantum field, everything is energy. You can look at it from a non-dual spiritual perspective, everything is energy. So yeah. Yeah, I would say, yeah. So like, yeah, those kind of things, like Epstein-Barr virus and all that. I would say this is my take on it. Yeah, with the chronic illness stuff, that there's usually more underlying root causes that then allows the virus to affect the nervous system in such a strong way, right? Because the body naturally can heal. And there's many people with Epstein-Barr virus that kind of healed through the mind-body approach. So, yeah, I still believe everything is energetic in the sense that if you have repressed emotions, if you have trauma, all these kinds of things, then it allows things like EBV and COVID, and like that's what it was for me. It was COVID, but it was way more about other shit. Yeah, it's much more about what's going on in the nervous system at a deeper level, and it's emotions, and emotions are energy. So, in the end, what is affecting our nervous system? It's deeper stuff. Yeah, like a good example of this is, I don't know if you guys know Chris Williamson. He's like a huge UK podcaster, really big, and he recently got Lyme. But I mean, like I saw somebody make a post about it on Instagram, and it was very true. Like he was just completely running his nervous system into the ground, right? So, yeah, it was like his nervous system was overwhelmed, like overstimulated. Like I saw someone make a good reel about it on Instagram. Like it's the typical thing in the chronic illness space. It's like someone gets a label of an illness like CFS or Lyme disease, and then they focus on the label. And like, oh, Lyme disease is a mysterious illness that nobody can heal from. Yeah, I saw about Jordan Peterson too as well. That actually, like, I was starting to drift away from talking so much about the chronic illness stuff. I'm more interested in the awakening and the energy work, and that kind of stuff. I mean, I still just want to intermingle the two, but it's just way more direct, and I can get to the root of what's actually going on when I work with the energy, and I want to educate people on energy work. Because I feel like that's where we're going as more people wake up. Anyways, I got an aside, but anyways, I saw people posting about Chris Williamson and Jordan Peterson having chronic illnesses, and it's like, okay, but what's it really about? You know, it's interesting to see when the stuff starts to become mainstream, and people get attached to the labels, and it's innocent. Like I'm not blaming anybody for it. It's what happens when you go to a doctor. All right, what's Alex saying? I have very high CMV, and they have seen a lot of bacteria as well, some co-infections of Lyme and heavy metals and candida that's not going away, and my nervous system is becoming weaker and weaker because maybe these stuff triggers it and makes it weaker. But yeah, it's something deeper. Yeah, but here's the thing. Like I hear you, but the thing is, those things are feeding off of like kind of the nervous system. So yeah, you can do things to address it. Like detox stuff can be helpful for heavy metals, and we work with this kind of stuff in the energy workspace as well. It's like you can clear the frequency of heavy metals from someone's body quite easily. That's why I like working with energy. It's fucking incredible what you can do. Yeah, that's the thing with Chris. I agree. He has kind of a sensitivity, right? And being in such a high performance space as well, like running such a big podcast and flying over the world and doing live shows while having, yeah, you're very right, while having a sensitive, you can see it in his conversations that he has this sensitivity to, um, an emotional sensitivity, which is beautiful, empathic. And Alex, something you can play with. I know it's weird if people are new to energy work, but you can literally say things like out loud. You can say like, "I release the frequency of heavy metals from my body." Again, it will sound weird, and you might not be used to it at first, but play with these things, and it actually, like, again, everything is energetic, and your voice is energetic as well. And again, I know it sounds crazy for people, but I've seen it work. I use it kind of nowadays. Again, using these kind of things, even bacteria, I clear my field of any infections, any bacteria that are feeding off my nervous system. Like, as soon as I say that, my body starts doing this, which means energy is being released. So yeah, again, I know it sounds crazy for people, but play with it and see what you feel. It works. You could also ask Josie. I see she's here. She's in my container, and we do this kind of work there, working with the energy, and the kind of shamanic sound healing and all of that. And yeah, I mean, Josie, you could share your experience if you wanted to about what it feels like. But yeah, when I was doing all of that, now it's like something releasing energetically. So. Tell me if you felt anything, Alex. I'm curious. Maybe you didn't. That's okay. I'm just generally curious. It could just sometimes be a little bit of a relaxing, like a little bit of the fear around what you were feeling. I wonder if Jordan Peterson knows his issues of mind body. He has coped with the carnivore diet to function. I think the coping mechanisms have stopped working for him. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with Jordan Peterson much. I doubt it, though. This is kind of the point I was making. A lot of people in these spaces don't know that their issues are kind of deeper root. Yeah, a shiver is often stuff shifting, Alex. Ooh. Just allow yourself to feel into the tense muscles as well. Just soften into it. Okay, where else are we at? Emotional repression, maybe. Everyone has emotional repression. If you're alive in the 25th century, in 2025, you have emotional repression. Unless you've worked through everything, then you just start working through collective stuff. I went keto. How was it? I feel it. Fionn feels the energy. Let's go. I love it. Yeah, well, I love the point you bring up about demonic forces, because sure, people can experience it as demonic forces, but it's the shadow, right? And it's interesting working in the spiritual space with talking to other energy healers and stuff. And some people are very focused on entities and demonic forces and blah blah blah. But like, it all just links back to shadow. Yeah. And there can be, like, when we have repressed things, you get energy on you that it's quite common. Like when I'm working with someone, you can feel this energy. You get energy on you, but the energy is there because something hasn't been processed. So it's almost like this energy is kind of reflecting what hasn't been. I think it's a monster hiding under his bed. Yeah, probably. No, but yeah. So like it's like when we don't address things, we can pick up, especially people that are sensitive as well. You will pick up a lot of energy from others, from people. Yeah, obsessing over diet does not help. I was the same. It caused so much stress. Jordan's daughter was talking about demonic. I already read that. The sounds I make, is it just to listen or should you could also do it, man? I recommend that. Yeah, I highly recommend this to people. You don't have to copy my noises, but just say like you want to release things from your body, from your energy, and just then make whatever noises feel intuitive, and say those things out loud that I was saying. Like say I let go of anything, any energy that's not serving me. Say that out loud with your voice. It works, trust me. And also the more assertively you say it, the more it works. Like again, we're all, so this is going into spiritual stuff that might not resonate with some people, but we're all kind of our own beings in a sense that you can clear stuff from your own energy field. It's about empowerment, right? Like you can go to an energy healer that can release things, but you can also literally clear stuff from your own energy. You can just say, I release whatever I don't need anymore. And you know, it's not the only way to do things. Like the allowing and the feeling in and the not resisting is important as well. But the energy work stuff is quite, intention is powerful. So not to fight with things, not to be afraid with them, but just allow yourself to let go. You're allowed to let go, right? Yeah, and just feel into it. If I'm making sounds, feel into it. I'll post more of this stuff on the channel probably. It's good to educate people on it so you know what I'm doing. I think a lot of people get confused by it. Am I interested in remote viewing? Am I interested in remote? Sure. Man, I'm interested in whatever we can play with, right? If we start learning how to teleport, if we start learning how to I mean, I guess I haven't had any experiences like that. It's more about working with energy. I guess we also like kind of have, people have different gifts and stuff. So like some people might experience more of that kind of stuff. I haven't. But I just clear energy wherever I go. I set the intention a while ago to just kind of let this body be a vessel to alleviate as much suffering on the planet as possible. And that's what opened me up to a lot of the energy stuff. Like I would just walk around and I'd end up in places where some shit had happened, like some trauma. I ended up a while ago in like a town where a lady had been murdered. I had no idea. I got there and the energy of the place was horrific. It was just like terror and fear. And I was like, there was just a random Airbnb I booked, and then I could feel the energy was horrible. And I did some research. I was like, what happened in this town? And someone had been murdered. Like in a home, it was horrible. Anyways, it was like clearing a lot of the terror that had settled on this space energetically. Right? So anyways, that just kind of seems what my path has been more. It's like that kind of stuff, intuitive. And I can just feel people's stuff. Like if, again, so someone was asking about one-on-ones, like if I go into a one-on-one with someone, I can feel, like, again, I can feel it in my body, what somebody else is feeling generally. So that has been like more my, yeah, for sure, Alex. Like I can feel Bodhisattva calling out. Bro, I committed to the Bodhisattva path a while ago, a long time ago. So there's nothing left to do in the sense of like, you get into the devotional, path of awakening and you just surrender to the, to love. Yeah, it can be intense though. Just say that. I'll just say that. It can be intense. Ain't no joke. But life takes care of you. But I'm jumping around here. Yeah, so Alex was asking about, can I feel some of the energy? Yeah, for sure. Like I could feel when people hop on and leave, right? Like I'm watching the numbers here, and like a few people will leave, and I can feel the energy shift, and somebody will join, and I can feel the energy shift. And, again, like the energy feels very different as if I was just on my own. I'd say mushrooms and psychedelics probably play a role in opening us up to these kind of things as well. All sorts of things, though, like retreats, meditation, psychedelics. What else have I done that opened me up? Yeah, traveling, going to places with powerful spiritual energy. At some point, you can't avoid it anymore. It just takes you over. Like that, I'm releasing stuff from the group. Let's do some group energy clearing, right? So again, this might chase some people away, but just stick around and see what you feel. It's free. You're not fucking paying me for this. Whoa. So everybody that's here, let's release anything from your field that's not serving you. I would recommend you say out loud, I allow myself to receive support. So if you say that out loud, it allows the energy to work better. And again, I know for some of you, you're going to be like, this is crazy. Maybe. I don't know who's here. I have a mix of spiritual people and not so spiritual people in my audience. So it's probably not going to work if you actively resist it. It might. But I have people that have put up a block to it. And it's fine. I'm not trying to force anybody into anything here. But I'm like, why not? I can feel the energy. Let's fucking clear it. Like, come on. Why not? Oh ya shi ya oh ya mata yara tu takashika maya shata yara to yara mata hayashi oh shi mata ta 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 ta. Just let go. Don't hold on to anything that you don't need anymore. Nothing is allowed to feed on your system that's not serving you. All energy returns to source. Awareness returns to everyone. And allow your body to shake and move if it wants to. Yeah, and tell me what you feel. As I said, some people will probably think it's a bit crazy, but again, it can, like, I mean, why not, guys? It's free. Whew. Feels like quite a lot shifted there. I see that. Yeah, receive is key, right? Because we're trying to do everything ourselves. I see the numbers dropped off as soon as I did all of that. I mean, it's been fluctuating the whole time. I can feel the energy shifted quite a bit in myself and the group. So tell me what you guys felt. And saying some of these things out loud for yourself is quite powerful. I let go. I clear everything from my field that doesn't serve me. and say, I call back all my energy that I've given away. Again, this shit sounds weird, but say it. Say, I call back all my energy that I've given away. I have to do that one a bit. Even for specific people, if you have an interaction with someone and you leave away feeling drained, say, I call back my energy. Yeah, let the science part go away for a bit. You can come back. Yeah, it can bring things up to the surface as well, Chris, if it overwhelms you. But just allow yourself to feel that, right? It's okay. Is that what happened? Like, I'm always curious to hear feedback from what people experience from this, because I'm still introducing it to people. So I love to hear what it can be triggering sometimes, right? But it's still good in the sense of like it's allowing something that was beneath the surface to come to the surface, and then just okay, I allow myself to let this go. But yeah, tell me, did that what was overwhelming? I'm curious. Was it from the transmission? Yawning is a good way to release energy, Alex. So I tend to burp quite a bit, and it clears energy. Like if someone does a one-on-one with me, I often do a lot of burping, and they'll feel it. Like I did it with a friend that's not even into any of this stuff. He's a professional kite surfer, and I told him what I was doing, and he was like, "Okay, he wants to book a session with me." And I was like, "Cool, I'll show you." And I just like, was like, "Is there anything you want to release?" I asked him. He said yes, and as soon as he said yes, I burped, and he felt it. He literally was like, "What the fuck?" Like he felt like something he'd picked up from someone released from his field. So yeah, so basically the point I was saying is yawning is some people's way that they transmute energy. Yawning, burping, shaking. Like again, you see, I do this. I use my jaw a lot because energy gets blocked here in the back of the neck. So my body just starts doing that and it's processing stuff. Yeah, everyone's yawning. Nice, guys. We're shifting energy. Thanks. Good work. Okay, wait, let me see. So Matt said future plans with work or life or taking things as they come. I think you mentioned university in a video at some point. Yeah, good question. So future plans. Currently, I've gotten very busy with the container work, and I want to keep on expanding and growing that and working with more people in those. I just love it, and it's powerful, and people shift and change. And then the plans for next year is to build this space in Italy with my friend Siad. But we're gonna see how that unfolds. If it doesn't, then I'll go traveling and keep doing my container work and maybe collaborating with people in the energy healing space. Yeah, so university, I was looking at it, but I was too busy. I was like, I applied to go back, and then it didn't work out. So yeah, travel and the like counter is going up and down. Is someone like liking it, and then they get triggered by the energy work? So it's like, dislike it. Lol. So sorry, I wanted to go to Bliss. Is that so? Christine said the line I said in one of our meditations that shifted things for me big time was, "Can you allow yourself to receive this moment?" And it is yeah, receiving. Can you? Can everyone say that? I allow myself to receive. Say it out loud. You're allowed to receive. Everyone is allowed to receive. Everyone is allowed to receive. Everyone is allowed to let go. Saying that everyone, but is quite helpful as well. I recommend it. Because you're doing it for everyone then, right? Why not? Let's help each other out, guys. So yeah, all the yawning, epic. Good work. Keep going, guys. Shake, move your body how it wants to. The energy is shifting a lot. Tell me what you guys are feeling. I'm curious because I mean the vibe is quite different now. It's quite different. Inner trembling, yeah. Like in the shiver without, yeah. That's quite like that's something working through the body. yeah, like an inner tremble is quite cool in a sense of like it's a nice energy shift. Goosebumps. It's kind of what it feels like, right? Yeah. See, that's energy going. I wonder how many people I'm just chasing out of here that are just like, what the fuck? This guy's lost it. He's done way too many mushrooms. I don't know. I don't know. I just see the that's why I always just encourage people just be open and willing to feel it. Like how Sean was like, let the sciencey bit fall away. Just hang around. Let your, we all come from consciousness, so you all have this side to you somewhere. It just might be quite repressed, which is okay. But yeah, I'm always just like hang around. I'm not selling anything here. I'm offering you free energy work. But yeah, I'm just curious. Like, I don't blame it. Like when I was 5 years ago, 4 years ago, even 3 years ago, maybe, I don't know. I would have seen like 21-year-old Kyle would have seen me and been like, I don't know. I feel like I say I would have seen me and been like, this guy is crazy, probably. But maybe, because this is what tends to happen, maybe the mind says that, but the intuition is like, because I had this part to me that just was repressed, would have been like, he's crazy, but what the fuck is that? I felt something. That's what else it could be. So, but generally, we also repress things or get triggered by things that we're not allowing through ourselves. So, everyone can do this kind of energy work, actually. Anyways, I went on a bit of a tangent there. Okay, what now? Can we come as a workaway? Yes, well, actually, that's the plan for the Italy space. I want to turn it into like almost like a community space where people can come and everyone can come and help create the space. And some people can live there, and we can host retreats, and like an in-person healing space is the dream. Is what I want to do. So for sure, right? Again, I'm not sure the timelines exactly. We haven't purchased the land yet, but we found a piece of land that should suit the project. So that's the plan, and it's a big one that I'm quite excited about. Yeah, and the idea would be that anybody that kind of feels aligned and kind of wants to. Again, let's see if it happens, but it's what I want to do. But yeah, it's also about having an intention and then surrendering to how it plays out, But I don't know who here has read The Surrender Experiment by Michael Singer. All the hearts. Thanks, guys. I love it. I'm sending hearts. There was a fucked up heart. That's a heart when you do too much energy work. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, The Surrender Experiment by Michael Singer. He just bought a piece of land and just kind of surrendered to life, and it turned into this like massive spiritual community. And me and a few other people that are wanting to do this project kind of were inspired by that idea of like, let's buy a piece of land and surrender to it and turn it into a space of awakening and healing and energy work, and just let the space be the healing. If you come to the space and you just start healing because the energy of the space is so powerful, isn't that fucking cool? That's the plan. And I want to make it happen. So we shall stop at nothing. But yeah, I'll keep you all updated. But it's like, why the fuck not? Why, let's just take this healing to the next level. That's what I want to do. That's why I got into the energy work. I was like, I just want to keep on like pushing the limits of what we perceive of healing. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna see how much I was meant to go meet my family. They're camping in the mountains, but it was like it's like a 2-hour drive, but yeah, it would be nice to go, but now it's gonna be late. I'm gonna get there at like 9 o'clock at night. Still be cool though. But yeah. Anyways, any other questions? No one answered my question. I'm like, I guess this is my decision to make, obviously, but of starting a second YouTube channel. Like, because again, I often feel like I'm mixing so many things in one on my channel, like some of the spiritual stuff, some of the healing stuff. I want to do like vlog style stuff if I go traveling again. But like, I may as well just post it all on one channel. I don't know though. I'm kind of torn. Like if I make a podcast channel, I could just focus everything on the podcast. And then post my random stuff on Life with Kyle. But you know, also like the idea of starting a new YouTube channel is kind of what puts me off a bit. I'm like, oh. I don't know though. I'm curious. Like, what do people think? Do you want everything on one channel? Or, I mean, as the channel creator, is ultimately my decision to make. But I've kind of just left it. I've had this thought for like years. Honestly, like after the first year of having the channel, I started thinking, should I split it into an awakening channel and a healing channel? But now I've just mixed everything so much, I don't think I can split it. But yeah. All right, let's all just, let's drop in a little bit, ground the energy. It's been a lot of talking. Oh, just feel into your body. Let go of the energy from your head. Oh, vayashi tu Oh man, Gabon Mate would be sick. But that guy's like, I mean, yeah, again, why have a limiting belief, Kyle? But yeah, he would be a big guest. I'd love to get guests that size on. Gabon Mate. Do any of you know Dawson Church? He's somebody that I should actually have on the channel because he reached out and I had to I've had Angelo on. Surely you saw. I want to have him on again, but he's a busy man. But what was I going to say? Yeah. You should check it out. It was like 2 to 3 weeks ago. It was huge for me when I had Angelo on. I was like, yes, I'm done. That's it. That's the reason I started the channel. I wanted to have a podcast with Angelo Toledo. That's it. Goodbye. Deleting the channel now. No, I'm joking. We'll keep going. But it was like the peak of my. I'm joking. We're still going. We're going to keep going higher. Yeah, no, but it was huge having Angelo. That was really cool. Isn't what ego driven? Tell me, Chris. Is it Chris? I might just be making that up. Chronisch frei. Tell me. What was I saying? I was saying something previously. Oh, Dawson Church. He's an author that's written books about like mind body stuff. He reached out to come onto the podcast, but I couldn't do it because I was traveling, sadly. Isn't it ego driven? Oh, it's authentic, right? We're still human. I know it was a joke, but it's like a key one in the spiritual awakening space is to just be. Hey, Matt is here. Welcome, brother. Good old classic. It's been a while. Yeah. No, but it's a funny question about the ego. Is Teal Swan? Yeah, that would actually be fun. Yeah. Yeah, I should just start reaching out to these people. So that's why I like these asking the crowd, because I gives me ideas. I'd love to have Bentinho on. Bentinho. I don't know how many of you know Bentinho. He's really cool. I like him. He's a bit triggering for some people, but he's quite clear if you listen to him. But yeah, what I wanted to say to, I think it's Chris Kronish Frey, is like a key thing is like not even stop trying to kill the ego. Just be authentic. And if we're kind of needing to be humbled by life, it will happen. But yeah, just authenticity is what's key. It's like the real excitement of like what you want to do. You know, I know it was a joke though, so don't worry. But I just like to turn it into an opportunity to make a point, because there can also be subtle beliefs around these things, around the ego. But yeah, sorry if I turned your joke into a teaching. But careful, that's what I might do. But yeah, if you want to check out the Angelo chat. Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant, man. Why did I say Chris? That's what I was thinking of, though, right? I was thinking of you. I think I get like my brain just reaches Kronish as like Chris, because like our brains are funny like that. It like takes the length of the name and shortens it. I don't know why. Like I think you're on Instagram as well. My brain does that. Yeah, but Teal Swan's a good idea. But yeah, some of these people are like probably kind of difficult to reach. But hey, it's worth a shot. Who are other really big names that I want to have a conversation with? I can't think now, actually. I've been so big. Like, for a long time, Frank and Angelo were two of them. I've seen that guy's Instagram carnivore radius. Yeah. Matzo might have showed me it. How's Cyprus, Matt? Peter Crone. That's a good idea, actually. Actually, there's that other. I don't know if you guys know, like alongside Peter Crone, there's that like I think she's Swedish or like that. She's quite pretty. She's blonde. She talks about awakening. The reason I thought of it is because her and Peter Crone did like they met up on Instagram at one point. She speaks quite cool about awakening. I don't think I follow her on Instagram anymore, but she'd be cool to have on the channel. Maybe I won't get her on now because I said that I don't follow her on Instagram. It's probably a bad call. You should meet. What's his name? Doesn't he live in Nicosia? Oh, I don't know. Andreas, that's me. Yeah, you should reach out to him. Look, Matt, your fans want you back. How long are you going to be in Cyprus? Like a month? Yeah, I'm still deciding where I'm going to go. I was thinking of Cyprus as well. I was talking to Kino about it earlier. Oh yeah, Matt's working on his future projects. Exciting stuff. Nice. We've turned this into interview, Matt. Just do a Q&A on Matt, guys. No, I'm joking. Matt's never going to join my Q&As again. Yeah, yeah, those are good ideas. I should write them down. I want to write a book as well, but I need to work on my discipline a bit if I'm going to do that. Yeah, grow the podcast and write a book. Yeah, Matt, I've been trying to go to India, bro. I've applied for a visa like 7 times, but the site has crashed every single time I've been on. So, yeah, I'm like trying to decide if it's a sign from the universe or if it's like a test. Like, how bad do you want to go to India? Right. But I mean, how many fucking times can I it really frustrates me. Like, how many fucking times can I go onto a visa website, fill out half the form, and then the site crashes? And I'm like, I'm trying to show the universe. I'm like, bro, I really want to go to India. So then and then the site crashes. I'm like, Lord help me. So I might just go back to Thailand. Sad times. 8 times so far. If you're a smart guy. Matt so Dutch. Oh, that's a good question, Hille. Why do you think so many people who are ill on resistance to energy work? Well, first thing, I just think like the vast majority of the collective are resistant to energy work. Because of just modern society, right? Like the conditioning that shit's weird. Then also the types that generally get quite ill are already quite cynical. Not to be hot, so cynical is a bit harsh because all of us have been ill as well, but like quite skeptical, quite in the head, quite like that kind of thing. So then that makes us quite closed off to alternative things. But generally, I would just say it's a societal thing. Like I was skeptical about alternative healing methods because we just grow up and like we have conditioning like that shit's weird. Like, you know, you get laughed at for being weird. That was my conditioning at least, you know. But you know, as you have an awakening and you kind of see like, oh my gosh, like everything is interconnected, the universe is like absolutely infinite, everything is possible. You see things, you have experiences, you do psychedelics, maybe all these kind of things starts to open the mind, or that's what happened to me. And yeah, then I was like, oh my god, everything's possible. You have interesting conversations. You listen to Life with Kyle, and you start to see like, oh shit, I thought he was crazy, but maybe he's onto something. Maybe. Laughing is a good way to shift energy as well. That's hopefully I make some of you laugh sometimes. Maybe not. Maybe you just like, this guy's weird. Anyone get more symptoms after energy work? Yeah, it can happen. It's kind of like Hille was saying, it can be a little bit overwhelming at first, maybe. It's the same as anything though, right? It can bring things to the surface. So it's the same as like doing a session with me. Like we go into what's the, like, I don't intentionally make things hard for people. I'm just saying, like, you come up and now what needs to be processed will come to the surface, which is ultimately a good thing, right? But something coming up to the surface will get more intense first. And also, like, energy work is a very broad term, so there could be energy workers out there that are doing things. I don't know. You have to trust your intuition, right? Like there could be people out there that are doing things in a strange way. I don't know what the energy work people are doing, or all of them. I know some of them, and there's some that I do know that are kind of a bit, but some are very powerful as well. So yeah, don't know if that answers your question. I should go soon. I'm not going to get to this campsite if I don't leave soon, and I still want to go, but it's getting late. But here's the thing, Fionn, is I was always doing energy work. Not all, like, yeah, but in a sense, I just started to realize that it's like in a session with someone, we would start to hold the space. Like just being present is holding space for what needs to come through as well. So that's what it can be. It's like this real deep presence dropping into pure presence, holds the space for everything that hasn't yet been allowed. Like drop in, feel exactly what's here. Notice who and what you are at the deepest level, and then everything can kind of collapse in on itself. That's one way to put it. I should pause. Cheers, Mads. I should probably do the same, but it's like these lives, I'm like, I enjoy them. And then I'm like, okay, I gotta go. But like, I also don't go. You know? Let's all just drop into our bodies a little bit more. Shi amaya tu aya shi aya tu aya mashi amatata. Yeah, at some points I'll probably I'll start doing training in the energy work to like a mentorship kind of thing, so people can understand. Can understand and work with this, because like lots of people that are sensitive have these gifts. That's the thing. It's like if you're sensitive, you have a sensitive nervous system, you actually have the potential to be a healer yourself. And a lot of times people are, you're picking up other people's energy and transmuting it yourself. So I want to offer like training and this kind of stuff at some point. So that's those are, someone was asking about what my future plans are. That's another one of them. It's growing all of that. Symptoms can also increase when you can almost release the energy emotion, but not quite. It's progress, but it can still feel like going backwards. A setback is just another layer of resistance. Yeah, because what also can happen is like a layer of resistance can come to the surface alongside what else is coming up. So like an emotion or energy could be coming to the surface, and it comes with a layer of resistance on top of it. So we first feel the block, the stuckness, the resistance. Something like that. Codependent arising. Yeah, I'm in a group now that's very Buddhist, and there's been some interesting stuff. But yeah, everything is codependently arising. Stuckness equals freedom. Freedom equals stuckness. Emptiness equals fullness. Blah, 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 blah. Self equals other. Suffering equals peace. Pain equals pleasure. Same two sides of the same coin. Clearing equals symptoms. Nice. I like that. Good. Good shit. Whew. That's good. Alrighty, I should probably go get some food. Yeah, that's actually good. Fucking yesterday, I was on a group thing for too long, and then all the stores closed, and I couldn't get any food, and I was so hungry because the energy work is, for people that have been doing the energy work as well with me, like have some water. It's good for you to have water. Surprise, surprise, and some food. I recommend it. But yeah, anyways, yesterday I left too late, and then all the shops closed, and I couldn't buy any food, and then I just had to have something lame. But I wanted to have like a steak because it's quite grounding. I need a fair bit of grounding. He says that, but he stays on the live stream. What a shocker. Alrighty, I'm going to be off, my friends. Thank you for everyone that attended. I hope you got some benefit out of it. I'm sure you did, maybe. And good luck. Yeah, leave some comments on my videos if you have anything you want to see more of or less. No, don't don't tell me if you want to see less or something, because I'm probably going to post it still. There's some people that like, there's a few commenters that just come on there and like tell me how to do a podcast, and they're like, oh, it's just constructive criticism. And I'm like, is it constructive criticism or is it unsolicited advice? Because did I ask for your advice? That's just a me thing. I don't like random criticism from people on the internet. I'm like, go, if you think you can do a better podcast, go do it yourself. Anyways, that's just me. That's how I'm wired. Yeah, but I think people offer unsolicited advice way too easily on the internet. So that's all. But when I'm asking for it, like kind of people can do it in a nicer way. I guess that's what I'm saying. And generally it's just their own stuff getting triggered. But whatever. No, I'm just kind of rambling. Have a good one, guys, and I will see you when I see you. Whoa, my camera's going off. Perfect timing.